Hello everybody, my name is Eruption Fang, and this isn't the same. I don't like it. I don't like change. Stop! When I was a kid, video games were my ultimate pastime. I mainly stuck to a lot of console games because I didn't have internet that made using it viable. So games like Mario Party 4, Tales of Symphonia, and even Shrek 2 kept my attention for years. That's right, Shrek 2, not even the first one. Once I got internet that was actually usable, PC games were the way of the future, baby! And by PC games, what I meant were a bunch of Flash games. You know what I'm talking about, those crappy games that are so advanced that all you need is to have a browser and you're capable of playing it. Now don't get me wrong, there are definitely some good Flash games that exist, like Super Mario Bros. Crossover. There you can play as Samus, Mega Man, Simon Belmont, Link, and even that guy from Contra. There are some good Flash games that exist, but there's no denying that the majority tend to be crap. So I've decided to go back to what the internet offered me all those years ago and see if there are some good Ruby Flash games that exist. I'll be genuinely shocked if there are. The first game is simply titled Ruby the Game. If you've ever wondered why Grim Eclipse isn't titled Ruby the Game, well, it's because it was already taken, baby! You can play as either Ruby, Weiss, Blake, or Yang. Or Ruby, Weiss, and Yang. The goal is to simply dodge as many Grim as you possibly can without getting hit. So let's try it out and see how well I can do. I'm pressing the buttons to move and it's not working. Oh, I know why. When I initially loaded the game, I thought it was weird that the music immediately stopped playing. Turns out the game was already happening when I was in the character select screen. I lost before even picking my character.
They say you were small and helpless. They say you
lose. The game is pretty basic once you get in. Apparently each character has a semblance that they can use, but I could not for the life of me figure out how to use any of them. If you want to be really good at the game, then I'd recommend picking Yang because it doesn't matter if you run into any Grim or not. She just punches right through each and every one of them. I was even intentionally ramming headfirst into each and every enemy possible, and there's no repercussion. I was gonna go for the high score, but I think my computer didn't want to live and tried to kill itself playing this game.
beware as the dark returns. This world's unforgiving.
You know, for a game titled Ruby the Game, I expected much more out of this because surprisingly, it was the only game that was titled Ruby the Game. Every other one has some sort of unique title to it, but not this one. Ruby the Game Flash game, you, much like me, are just a disappointment. Next game! Up next, we have CPK III. I'm pretty sure that's just the name of the guy who made it, but the title screen says Red, so let's just go with that. It takes place in the setting of the Red trailer. You play as Ruby, and the goal is to clear as many floors as possible. Upon starting the game, you are greeted with some text. I need to head up and try to leave this forest. I think I hear some wolves. If I kill them, I will gain valuable what? Valuable weapons, valuable money. There's so many valuable things that the sentence does not finish. I waited here for about a minute thinking that maybe something would happen or it was just glitched. But no, you are left with a cliffhanger that could cost you your life. So who knows what this valuable thing is that I will gain, so let's get on with the game. You can move around as expected and use the left and right arrow keys to swing your scythe. Alright Beowulfs, I've seen this trailer and I know exactly how this turns out. Prepare to die! Umbreon? Is that you? Am I losing my mind right now? Why is a Pokemon in this game? Umbreon, a Pokemon, are the wolves Ruby was referring to. Well, I hope you're not a fan of this Pokemon because we all know how the trailer turned out. And you shall suffer the same fate. Wait. There it is. Your goal, as I said earlier, is to clear as many floors as possible while fighting Grim. There only ever appear to be 4 at a time, and you can only go up. I never did end up managing to find whatever that valuable thing was Ruby was referring to because I just kept dying. I even just tried resorting to barreling through as much of it as possible. But you know what? I think I have not only a way to make this game better, but more accurate. Now that's what I call improved. The next game is called Ruby Game. Spoilers alert! If you do not want to be spoiled, leave right now because they put it right into the title of the game, Ruby Game Spoilers. I just want you to picture that for a second. Imagine if a AAA title released a game and warned of spoilers. Fallout 76, spoilers ahead. Instead of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, it's Pokemon Let's Go Spoilers and Pokemon Let's Go Ahead. That's how serious this is! So let's see if the game really is as spoiler-filled as it claims. Alright, we start off at Beacon and Yang still has both of her arms, so this is before Volume 3's end. I guess there's nothing that this game could possibly spoil, it's just a predated game. Upon starting the game, we are yet again greeted with some text. Yang, he was going to eat us for dinner. Lick turkey. Which, when I think about it, turkey tastes, ugh, stop, holy ugh, I got, OMG, it's that's a T-Rex. That is a Grim Tyrannosaurus Rex. You know, I didn't think that this game could possibly spoil anything that I didn't already know, but here we are. If a Grim T-Rex ever shows up in the show, just know that Ruby Game, spoilers alert, really did spoil it for you, but you can't get angry because he did warn us. Also, what's with the text? There's so little of it that you'd expect there to be no grammatical errors. But on top of that, the statements are just ending without finishing. Now listen, there's nothing more annoying than a sentence that, you get what I mean? But upon this dinosaur's arrival, Ruby books it. Wow, she turned into a rose? Man, I've heard that Ruby's fast. I've heard that she could turn into rose petals, but the whole rose? That's new. You might be asking right about now, what's the game? This is a Flash game, right? And yeah, it is. I couldn't tell you what the hell the game aspect of it is because even I don't know. It just turned into a screensaver that changed once or twice. I did manage to get my score up to 3 at some point, but I don't know how or when it happened. The only other thing that happened was when the rose was bouncing around, there was a frame where you could tell that an image was popping up. The only way I could see was in the editing process, and let me tell you something, it's about as disappointing as the rest of the game. It's all just random fan art. One was an Attack on Titan Ruby art, and the other I got were lyrics from I May Fall. That's it. That's the game. Moving on. This next one is called The Jean Escape. Right off the bat, you can tell that the creator of this one didn't make a simple game as they provided a bit of setup for what's going on. For those of you who don't know French, then get on my level! You don't think I know French? I don't know French. I used Google Translate. What the text says translates to Jean is a flirty, but it's a big mistake. He tried to flirt with several girls at a time, and they realized. You have to gather hearts and avoid them. Oh, Jade, always messing with the girls' hearts. You know him, always the ladies' man. Jean is apparently so much of a ladies' man that he's not only toyed with the hearts of all of Team Ruby, but he's also been messing with his own team playing with Pyrrha and Nora. But wait, Jean's game of the heart does not stop there as he's also been playing with Neo. What? The game is a Pac-Man clone. You have a grid with a set amount of hearts you must collect to win. But whereas Pac-Man was decently difficult enough with 4 ghosts on a set path, this game has 7 obstacles on whatever path is oh so convenient for them. They can go left, right, up, down, diagonal, and they can't even pass through each other, which makes things even more difficult because more times than not I just found myself waiting around until they bounced into a new location of the grid. Some of the AIs even get stuck from time to time. Hey Neo, I know you don't say much, but how about you and I go get some ice cream and see that new spruce oh no. Wait, Nora! No! Dang it, Nora, always trying to ruin a good time. Jerk. If it wasn't obvious already, this game is far from perfect, even though all it needed to do was copy Pac-Man. The left teleporter more times than not didn't work, and I'd either find myself stuck in it, incapable of getting out, or it's just a place I could hide. In fact, none of the AIs would ever go into the side teleporter, so I just stood here and waited around until I could proceed. Now is my time to strike. No, wait, no. Ruby? You look a bit different. No, I must not be scared off by this demonic stitched up Ruby. I must win! Ah, shoot. Seriously, I almost gave up trying to beat this because of how hard it is to clear the bottom row. But eventually, oh my god, this is it. This is the time. No more Demon Ruby. Let's get the happy ending and free Jean from it all. Yeah! It's okay, Ruby. Ignore the other 6 girls I was hitting on. So long as you never turn into that thing again, I will always love you too. It's not about what you are on the inside that I care about. So long as you're pretty on the outside, we can still be together. Now that's what I call true love. This final game is called Ruby Game, Smiley Face. Well, with a title like that, what could possibly go wrong? That's good. It's all good. Here you can spin Ruby's character model around as well as control her scythe with the mouse. There are also clouds. You can make them go away. You just shake it. But there's a catchy theme song that makes it all worth it. Wait, I've gone about this all the wrong way. There's a way that this can be done right. Thank you everybody for joining me as I checked out some Ruby Flash games that I found online. If you'd like to see more of these types of videos, then be sure to let me know in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe to make sure you get every video that I upload. So until next time, my name was Eruption Fang, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!